On December 13, SolarWinds company accepted that hackers had inserted malware into a service that provided software updates for its Orion platform, a suite of products broadly used across the U.S. federal government and Fortune 500 firms to monitor the health of their IT networks. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency issued an emergency directive late on Sunday night advising all federal civilian agencies to review their networks and disconnect or power down SolarWinds Orion products immediately. In a December 14 filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), SolarWinds said roughly 33,000 of its more than 300,000 customers were Orion customers, and that fewer than 18,000 customers may have had an installation of the Orion product that contained the malicious code. SolarWinds said the intrusion also compromised its Microsoft Office accounts. On December 13, FireEye published a detailed write-up on the malware infrastructure used in the SolarWinds compromise, presenting evidence that the Orion software was first compromised back in March 2020. FireEye didn't explicitly say its own intrusion was the result of the SolarWinds hack, but the company confirmed as much to Krebs on Security earlier today. Also on December 13, news broke that the SolarWinds hack resulted in attackers reading the email communications at the U.S. Treasury and Commerce departments. On December 14, Reuters reported the SolarWinds intrusion also had been used to infiltrate computer networks at the U.S. Department of Homeland Security (DHS). That disclosure came less than 24 hours after DHS's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency (CISA) took the unusual step of issuing an emergency directive ordering all federal agencies to immediately disconnect the affected Orion products from their networks. Security experts have been speculating as to the extent of the damage from the SolarWinds hack, combing through details in the FireEye analysis and elsewhere for clues about how many other organizations may have been hit. SolarWinds hackers used a VSV McCloud domain name to communicate with systems compromised by the backdoored Orion product updates. U.S. officials believe that a Russia-linked entity or Russian individuals are responsible for the attacks. They have not yet finalized their designation on which actors are responsible, a senior administration official said. The Russian embassy in Washington, on the other hand, is forcefully denying any involvement in the hack. U.S. officials say that Russian hackers have stolen data of state and local governments. If the attack is formally attributed to Russia, it's poised to be the largest data theft by SVRAPT-29 since 2014-2015, when the White House, State Department and Joint Chiefs of Staff were hacked.